Hey guys, Nino Morales Fitness, 922 Fitness. I'm still fighting the last part of this flu. Got a stuffy nose, so I hope you can hear me okay. I know this microphone on this thing is not the best. I apologize for that. And if you hear a lot of background noise, I'm sitting in a parking lot waiting for my brother. So I thought it'd be a good time for me to go ahead and put a video out to you guys since I'm going to be here for a little bit. What I want to talk about today, I want to talk about carbohydrates, the C word that everybody's so afraid of. People hear carbohydrates, they think they're either going to get fat or they're going to get diabetes. In reality, carbohydrates don't make you fat, and carbohydrates don't give you diabetes. If the excessive amount of carbohydrates, they will give you diabetes and will make you fat. So your carbohydrates in junction with your meal plan is really what's going to make you fat and is going to give you diabetes. So carbohydrates by themselves is not what's going to do it. People always have that misconception, right? So those of you that know me know that I have severe diabetes, and I reversed it years back now. Now, the way that I did that was to work on my carb intake, right? For the first 6 months of my diabetes reversal journey, I was eating very low carbohydrates. Now, when I say low carbohydrates, I'm talking about 50 grams of carbs a day or less. Now, that's very little amount of carbohydrates. If you know anything about how to read macros, you know that a slice of bread usually has about, anywhere between 15 to 18 grams of carbs. So a few pieces of bread or some veggies or, those things would already put you over the amount of carbohydrates you could take for a day, right? So for the first 6 months, I took in very little carbohydrates, and it helped right away. It helped my diabetes significantly, right? But what people don't realize is, when you aggressively cut your carbs, there's a certain amount of body deficiency that's going to come with it. There's things that we need from carbohydrates, from fruits, from veggies, from things like that your body needs in order to run, to be primed, to be the best it can be, right? So after 6 months, I started having problems with, thyroid issues and body deficiencies. So I went to a carb cycling plan. Carb cycling is still what I use today to keep myself healthy away from diabetes. And a lot of people ask me, how do I do it? How do I do carb cycling now? There's many different ways you could do carb cycling. The way I do it is during the week I make sure I schedule different days I eat different levels of carbohydrates. And some days I eat low carbohydrates. Some days I'm going to eat moderate carbohydrates. And some days when I need energy, I eat higher amount of carbohydrates. A low carb day might look about 50 carbs or less of carbohydrates. A moderate day might look like 100 grams of carbohydrates or less. And a high carbohydrate day might look about 250 carbohydrates, 250 grams of carbohydrates, depending of the amount of work that I'm going to be doing at the gym. But, there's different levels of carbohydrates that are better for everyone else. Not everybody's the same. I'm very carb sensitive, so when I eat a severe amount of carbs, I get headaches and I feel horrible. So I always try to keep my carbohydrates in check. But there are people out there that function very well on very high carb meal plans, really high carbs days. People like vegetarians and vegans that have found a way to eat the amount of carbohydrates they need. There's even people that reverse diabetes through a vegetarian or vegan lifestyle. Like they say, there's more ways to skin a cat. I don't know how you like that phrase, but that's what they say. So For me, what worked for me after trying a bunch of different things was low carbohydrate and then carb cycling. And it's something that I still use today. So if you're a healthy person, you have no reason to be afraid of carbohydrates, as long as you're eating carbohydrates as part of your well-balanced meal plan. If you're diabetic, if you're severely overweight, you need to be more mindful of the way you eat carbs and the way you go about, tracking your carbs. If you don't know how to track your macronutrients are your carbs, your protein, and your fats. Look it up on YouTube. I'm going to be doing a video eventually how to do that. There's a lot of videos out there that will teach you how to read, how to track macros, and also how to read nutritional labels that are very important in order for you to start your diabetes reversal and losing weight right away. It's a very important part. It's not something you can half-ass. It's not something you can just guess at. In order for you to do it right, you need to go through the process of learning about macronutrients and how to read nutritional labels. But anyway, there's no reason to be, even if you're diabetic or if you're overweight, there's no reason to be afraid of carbs. You just need to be more mindful of when you eat carbs, how you eat carbs, and the type of carbs you eat. A sweet potato is going to have a significant different reaction in your body. It's going to be processed different in your body than a slice of pizza. Eventually, they're both going to become sugar. Carb is a carb. Sugar is going to be sugar. It's just the way that your body deals with complex carbs, sweet potatoes, and just like simple carbs, which are your pizza. The way your body deals with it, they process simple carbohydrates very quickly, so your sugars just spikes up all over the place. Complex carbs get dealt with your body at a more steady pace, so your insulin, your sugar levels are able to maintain a more balanced flow in your body. So if you have any more questions about this, I didn't want to get too technical about this in this video. This is just a quick general information video about carb cycling and how it worked for me and how you can use it in your life. But if you want to get more detail about what low carb is, but more importantly carb cycling is, don't hesitate to shoot me a request for information, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. You can reach me on Facebook, Nino Morales, Instagram, Nino Morales Fitness Buffalo, and my website, www.ninomorales.com. I'll be more than happy to assist in any way I can. Now, reverse diabetes, I've been helping people reverse diabetes for years now, and I'll be more than happy to help you either get diabetes under control or get your weight under control. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you for taking time to watch this video. I hope I didn't ramble on too much. Like I said, I'm waiting for my brother, so I was just trying to kill time. So I figured this would be a good way to make good use of my time. I hope this helps. Anyway, guys, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Love you guys. Peace.